What is up, everybody? Thank you all for waiting. Appreciate those of you who are tuning in for the live or joining the video after the fact to show some support. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Hope you enjoyed the jams we had going. Today we're going to be playing some City Skylines 2. We have our San Francisco map. I have not actually done anything on this. I have only loaded in strictly for the screenshot for you guys. And we're going to mess around and experiment with some things, and while this may not be an exact replica of San Francisco, I will try to make certain points stand out more than others and experiment with the things as they go. And VX Visund? Not sure how you pronounce that. What's up, buddy? Thanks for joining the stream. How you doing today, man? Alright, we're going to go ahead and just jump right into this here. Make sure the audio is working. Let's actually turn the radio station on so we got something to listen to. There we go. Oh. What's up, bud? What's the O for? So this map starts with the Golden Gate Bridge. It looks as though they have a shipping line that goes underneath it as well. Okay, that's going to be direct. So we can tune around this way. Just seeing where the shipping ports, or the shipping route is. Okay, I see that. Oh, it actually splits right here. That one goes back off, and then where does this one go? Underneath the bridge, and around this way. Interesting. Okay, so it's all the way out here. Okay. And then this is a power line infrastructure and a train, which makes this the highway. Okay. Just kind of getting a feel for the land. I'm fine. This map has a lot of ocean. It really does. If you've ever been to San Francisco, it is a Bay Area city. So this is pretty much what it feels like to actually be there. I'm from California, and I'm there quite a bit for work. But I'm not exactly sure the shape of this is completely right, but it's close. And then I need to see about buying some more grids, because this is definitely an island, but I would like to have some of this area up here. Let's see, I forget how to do this. It's been a good minute. That's my Move It mod. And about you. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the radio down too, so it's not over blaring. I'm not exactly sure where we want to start with this. I figure we should start with infrastructure, but I also wanted to check the road layout here. So it appears as that, so that separates from a 2 to a 3 lane. It looks weird. I'm not sure what's going on there. I guess maybe that's how they had to make the roads line up. Make them even. I'm thinking we'll do an underpass right here to get down to this territory and separate out this way. No. That might be a slight problem. So what if let's work on getting rid of this water first. I need the terrain tool. And then so we're gonna set the targets at the low point there. I don't know if that's actually gonna work like I want it to. Alright, let's let that water drain up out of there. Hopefully that's enough slope to get that going. There we go. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a water source here, and I think if I do this, I can actually check that. No, I cannot. Okay. Well, I think we just made a interesting little river spout. Hopefully that doesn't cause too many problems. How nice. I only have City Skylines 1. And yeah, I definitely should smooth it, thank you. I was just thinking the same thing, it didn't look right. Let's do the soften. So you do the are you doing the remastered or just the original City Skylines? Gotta smooth it out a little bit that way. Yes, it is the replica land for San Francisco. At least it's got the Golden Gate Bridge, so I guess that's all you really need to make it that way. The downside is part of the biggest part of San Francisco is actually, I believe... Unless I have it backwards. No, yeah, this is where more of the area of San Francisco is, but I can't really build up there. But... yeah, see, that don't look too bad. I do want to smooth that out, actually, because that's kind of bugging. Make that look a little bit better. Yeah, that's better. It's gonna take a while to flow down there, but not too bad. You just got it 3 days ago, original? Nice. I did do the remastered one for quite some time on Xbox, but when I had my PC, I was like, you know what? I couldn't play City Skylines 2, I'm just going to commit to it. And it did have quite a bit of bugs. I will say the mods for this game make it very difficult. If you download more than 4 or 5 at a time, I had like a list of 200, and I had to disable them all and enable them like 5 at a time. Oh, thank you for the follow, man. I appreciate that. Thank you. Gathering our OG legends as we can. That's apparently a cemetery. You could buy land if you want to build in that area. I'm hoping. I did do the max tile unlock, but I'm still trying to remember how to buy the property on this one. I know there was a button for it. Is it P? No, it's not P. What about M? Nope, not M. It's not. Is it B? No, that's my anarchy mode. City information, transport, economy. That's not helping me. What is the... Is it O? I? No, U? I do know there was a way to buy tiles. I'm just feeling so dumb blanking on it right now. I just swore there was a way to pull something up here. Is it Shift P? No. I have so many mods that have shortcuts as well. I gotta be careful. Damn. It's a large loan limit. I'd hate to have to Google it, but I think I'm gonna have to. So, yeah, that's all underground and views. Yeah, I'm gonna have to Google this, unfortunately. City Skylines 2. So it says here, click on the map tiles grid icon on the bottom left corner. What? This thing? No. Map tiles grid icon in the bottom left corner. Is it this thing? Oh, okay. So I guess there's only the one tile for this? Is that what's going on? What do you suggest me get City Skylines 2 or spend some more time in City Skylines 1, then get the second one? Honestly, buddy, if you are only 3 days into it, I know what I know about City Skylines 2 strictly because of how much time, and I mean hundreds and hundreds of hours inside the original City Skylines. So while there is a lot to learn for the new one, the core concepts of the game is usually what you want to learn in the basics without mods, without any extra DLCs. Because, for example, your power and water, they are slightly different here because they have additional substations and they change the voltage now. Back in the other one, it was way easier. You just had the one or two lines you could connect and the different power plants. So for learning purposes, I would stick with your City Skylines 1. But if you do enjoy what it has to offer, then you can justify buying the second one. Because if you start playing the first one and find out it's way too complicated, you don't like it, I wouldn't blame you. A lot of people, they think the game is cool, and then when they start to get into it, there's just so much going on. It's just not really their idea of fun. So that would be my recommendation. But if you see the gameplay and you're actually liking it, I mean, it doesn't hurt to explore it. Oop, that's the wrong way. And I just saw that this was struggling, so I was trying to help this out a little bit. Smoothing out the canal.
You're listening to Cloud Lounge.
There we go.
With me,
what happened there?
As you know, I'm coming at you from Cloud
soften that out again.
Studio, 25
That's a
stores
little
up
better.
in the Golden Ridge building. This morning, when I was in the elevator on my way up here, I noticed a funny place.
It's definitely doing something weird with that height difference.
Comes from the combination of the
That's
word
okay.
sky and the word scraper.
There's a little bit of a problem right there, though.
Norse word skrapa, which means to erase. Today, it means to use a tool to apply pressure to something. A skyscraper essentially erases sky by sticking out and blocking it. Here's another sign.
Definitely got to manipulate your terrain tools quite a bit for this game, though. It's a little bit of trial and error, and then if you're playing it, do not pause the terrain. When you pause and you're editing terrain, the water effects get way ahead of you when you play it up again. Oh yeah, I do know the basics. I built a city too, but nothing much. That's what's up. I've definitely maxed out a few cities on the original Skylines and made some really good screenshots. I personally like doing the bridges that surround, so like every time I have water, I'll do one large wraparound bridge. I would meet from like that one up there in the distance, and then have that come and meet over here. I will say, I love that they added that. I totally missed that when we were over here looking. But they didn't do it right. It's close, but if I'm not mistaken, this is actually like either an enclosed bridge where it's got like top and bottom on it, or maybe that was the one away from here on the other one. Yeah, it might have been this side that does that, but it's not bad though. I do like the option here, which means we should definitely have our main city down here and not over here. So we'll probably make this the industrial area out back here. I need to see which way the water moves though. That used to be the other way thing. I am tongue-tied and tired. I'm so sorry. It used to be the other thing in the old game. When you did the power, it would show you the way the wind was moving for pollution. And same thing with the water, but I don't remember if this one does that. Okay. Well, either way, let's zoom out here. We're looking at one entry point down here. the bridge up there and the bridge here. And if I'm going to do an underpass here, I think maybe we should just tie that road in back this way. Keep the traffic off the bridges. Although this one's got... I assume this is where they want the rail station to go. Interesting little section I've got here. Let's see what we've got for train stations, just so that it's not in the way of the road. Should be transportation, train. So this is all of the roads for them. We're looking for station. There's a suburban train station, cargo transfer. Interesting. How big is this? It's not too bad. Problem is getting this to line up in a way be beneficial. Where does that track actually go? So that's off map. There's no other train station or train tracks? Okay. It looks like they're all sharing this. So it looks like we're gonna have to make this our train port. Trying to line everything up without a grid kind of hurts a little. I'm wondering if I could even do that and then let's see, these are just standard tracks. So I think if we just do the two-way track, what are these? Yeah, I know I'm out of power. Thank you. So what if we take this and then do that? And then do the same thing on this side. Well, that didn't work. Let's reset this just a bit. Trying to link these railroad tracks up. I'm having a big problem with uneducated people in the city that complain it's from commercial zone, and then I'm having a little bit of problem with not enough workers too. What should I do with the city is wanting? Commercial zones. So yeah, so that's actually part of the catch of the economy. So realizing that you need educated workers for different jobs. So when you have, for example, the college and educational buildings below that, so you have high school, college, the middle schools, things like those are usually needing one of everything in certain areas. That way you're producing an even set of the skilled workers. But the commercial zones themselves also are a standard practice for the... Actually, let me pull this up here. Can I? Yeah, here we go. Okay, so the commercial ones is what you're needing for people to build and continue to expand your city, because you have to have spaces for them to spend money. But your industrial is where that demand actually comes in handy for your workers. Your commercial is just for people to spend money, but if you don't have people who are willing to work this, it's kind of like when you think about a city, you've got like your poverty, low-end part of your city, and then you've got the expensive places that everybody lives and everybody's making a ton of money. That's where that overlaps. So you have to have the different commercial demands and the people working there, as well as your industrial. So that's where those different low density, medium density, and high densities all come in, on top of having education near them. Because you can put a bunch of high density without colleges, and you're going to have a ton more lower to middle income, knowledgeable citizens. But if you do like the low density, that's usually what those are for. You're just going to have less of them. So they all kind of tie into each other, but that's the best way I can explain that for you. But you definitely want commercial because that's all of your stores, from Walmarts to gas stations to all of that. So, and while we're in here, taxi base fare. Yeah, I'll just leave that. Okay. So back to the road, or the train. I think... What if I come out with them? Like this. And then I loop back around. So that looks like it's not working. That worked. Okay. Nope, that didn't work either. I'm close, but not quite. And then what about doing it like this? Nope, I'll have to reset that one a little bit, I think. Thanks, I understand you have to curve that, I think. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I was hoping to avoid the curve. Yeah, see, that curve is separating the track right there. I think I'm gonna have to curve this out a little bit wider and come back. I don't like how that's binding the track like that right there. That would explain it. And then do this. Try to curve one track into where you want to merge with them. That's not a bad idea. So if I'm going to do this one, let me just actually get that a little further out and then delete this thing. The problem is because it's a railway track, they don't actually match up there. You've got to actually soften that curve a little bit. So it's like I got to swing out this way. And then I can kind of come back this way. Nope, too sharp. Alright, let's try this one then.
Hello, everyone. So I got
Like
this
that.
answer
There
from
we go.
one of our listeners,
That's
where he
better.
was asking if I've
And then I
ever
can
reflected
do...
over the fact that Cloud Lounge FM probably is the only radio network in the world that broadcasts from above cloud level. Valid question, I have to say. I spent some time thinking about this, and my conclusion, based on the assumption that we are the only radio station broadcasting from above cloud level, is that the music we play
There we go.
takes
And
us
so they
to
actually can come down this way and cross
unimaginable
over, so I don't actually have to
which
worry about doing
requires
this side to that,
we, as a
because I can
radio
still come
station,
down and do
is
it
on
that way.
par with the music, and
It's not
therefore we
pretty.
need to
I was hoping to
broadcast
go
from
for a little
above cloud
more
level.
aesthetic,
Make
but in
any
order to make the
sense?
railroad connect,
Probably not. Here's another song for you.
Warm temperatures
I think technically we can even do something like this.
Out there has a good one.
kind of even it out symmetrically. Nope, that didn't work. There we go. A little more pleasing to the eye now. I've always liked the complexity in the city games. Agreed, man. Bro, I've never saw a track doing that in this game that hard. Honestly, yeah, it's... I would just add some trees. Oh, I definitely got to do some decorations now. I've got to figure out how I want to fill these gaps in with something. But since you're saying it, let's take a look and see what we can make work. Ooh, what if I did like a underground walkway and like made this an area you could hang out in for pedestrians? So do like a gazebo or two. Not that I know where the entrance is on this thing. And then let's put a path that can be used by a pedestrian. Okay, see, now we're cooking. Forgot how to do elevation too low. Let's do this. So we've got a... Interesting. So it's like it's registering the train track as a sidewalk. That's interesting. Okay, wait, hold on. Before I get too carried away here, I need to put this road in. You like to fill up places? No, agreed. It's the decoration in this game is part of the reason I love the city aesthetics. And yeah, well, it's supposed to be an overpass, so I need that other piece, but first I need to connect the roads so we know what we're dealing with here. So that's a 2-lane, 2-way road. So let's go medium. And then what is this? This is a 4-lane road, angled parking, traffic in both directions. Yeah, let's do that. Then this gives us parking for the bus station as well. Or for the train station, I mean. I almost want to do like a one-way road so that they have to kind of come down this way and then one way it back so that way nobody's coming down this way. What if I do the one way? And then this is a copy tool if I'm not mistaken. Okay, yeah, so I can do this. Alright, that should be perfect there. So the highway comes in, people can take this and leave, or go straight through. There might be a slight traffic jam here, but we won't know until we actually get started. Then what's this saying? No car access. This road does not reach... Okay, did I mess up this road? I guess I did. So let's copy this again. There we go. And they can take that all the way back around if they end up not needing anything over here. Alright, what else are we missing? Electricity, sewer, and water. That's okay. Now back to what we were doing here. Because if we connect... Where were we at? We were in this tab, I think? Yes. And if I do this spiral overpass like this... This was parking, right? Yeah, parking starts there. And then I do wooden covered, curvable, and illuminated. Here we go. Okay, how do I raise this up again? I forget. Okay, so I think what needs to go on is I need another one of these to go like here. And then I do the curvable and illuminated from this to this. What are you doing, dude? I think this was a great idea, but you can create a railway crossing. I love those. Right? It's like a freeway overpass, but for pedestrians, but just on this. I might have to do it underground though, because this is not working like I'm wanting it to. Let's see here. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. So if I put another one of these like right here, and bring this over, boom, there we go. Do 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 do. Who doesn't love a good sax? Feeling a little saxy. It's touching the train power lines. That's what I was thinking, because it was definitely trying to move them, but I think it was almost like it was trying to place a support here, and so it's moving the power lines, but when you take it away, it's not actually in the way. Okay, so we've got those. I think we're gonna need one more. So we'll do that, and then this. Boom. We got our little archways going. And in all seriousness, I can honestly make this like a little attraction down here. Put up a beach, little vacation spot. But I need to get these pathways down real quick. Not that I can tell. You know, I'm not even sure that that's connecting. That's hilarious. And I doubt they're gonna walk up that, but okay. So maybe the spiral is just there for support. No, confused. Welcome to City Skylines. So what if I delete that? Okay, we're gonna have to reset this here. It looks good, but it's not functional. That's why. That glitches. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Let's delete that. And then let's go back and try this again. So it says spiral stairway module to connect with elevated pavement paths. Oh, so if I just... It's interesting that it definitely recognizes the side of the train track as a walkable path. I didn't realize that, but... Does that put an actual crosswalk in there? Interesting. I don't know if I want to put that there though, because that's going to hold up traffic. And there's already a pathway back here. So what if I just connect it right here? Okay, now I just realized I just chose the wrong path. And then let's do the illuminated. Okay, and then let's do the covered pedestrian bridge. Well, these are kind of cool looking too, though. I did like these. Okay, hold on. There's probably a real crosswalk. Let's see if that'll work. Just out of curiosity. Yeah, see if it connects there, and then you connect here. I'm not sure it's gonna work like that, unfortunately. You know what? Let's take this back here and try it back here just to see what you're saying here. If I do this to that, and then that drops. It's like one of those little spots that you would drive across. Is that what you were saying to try to do, is do that so people can walk across the railroad tracks?
Touch that dial.
It would work. I just don't think it looks okay right there. I would have to figure, like, maybe like somewhere like right here, just put it across this way. It's definitely an interesting concept. It worked. Yeah, I was actually surprised at it definitely recognizes the train terrain, or the track terrain next to it, as a walkable path, which I'm going to leave that connected to kind of see how that actually works when we get pedestrians going through there. But I'm just curious if this would... And what's interesting is it actually does say it needs a road for this. Then when you look at how it's actually connecting to the road, it's just like that straight up, like, ain't nobody doing that. Bridge is a great idea, would definitely help the look. You know, just build a bridge that will look better. It's the same with roads too. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Appreciate you guys. I think the covered bridge would look okay, but it's just kind of boring. I think these look better. What about these? Ooh, let's do these. What do you guys think? I think those ones look good. And see, now I have to remember how to... Is it control? Forget how to raise the elevation. What about alt? I'm gonna have to look this up. I need to how to so it says page up and page down. So if I do, okay, there we go. So if I do page up, and do something like this. It's a bit high though, I think. Let me bring that down just a bit. Yeah, there we go. And then what if I do page down? So that's too steep. There we go. So we got that, and then it's gonna come over here, and then we'll just bring that back down this way. Try to line that up a little bit. Okay. And then just to finish off everything, boom. What the hell? I don't know what it did there, but also don't know what it did there. Okay, I guess we're gonna go back and do it this way. I don't think that's gonna work for a train track. I don't know what happened there. Isn't there an undo button? It'd be really nice if there was. It won't page up. Try for a little bit longer. Give it space to elevate. Yeah, definitely. It's got the ramp going on there, but it's unfortunately it's this part that's now messing with things. Just try to recreate that and help. There we go. No, that was close. There, hopefully that'll keep it from bending kind of funny again. Oh wait, I don't actually need that one. That's what's going on. There we go. Wait a second. Oh, okay. Alright, now where were we? Back to the pathway. Boom. There we go. Now they've got a walking path with a little bit of a maze if they want to walk across these. Alright. Yeah. Get some water real quick. And like you were saying, let's decorate this a little bit better now. So wait, if I do this with one of these now, will that actually connect? No, it will not. Okay, I'm not sure how I want to use that, but what we can do is do this. I don't know, I think that's a bit overkill. Let's do the illuminated path. There we go. Leave me alone. Distance too short. What do you mean distance too short? I just wanted to do the little pathway down. So we can do it like this. Yeah, we're getting somewhere. Yeah, I'm surprised that didn't want to work at all there, but I'm assuming it's because of the pillar, but because if it worked on that side, do you think it would work over here? Oh, look at that. Problem solved. Now we can go back to decorating. Let's get some of these little gazebos out. Get a little performer stage going. That's cool looking. Oh, we can do little benches with citizens. That's one of the mods I've got going. Let's zoom in here a little bit. What if we do a couple extra seatings like this for the stage performers? And we'll give the extra little seating over here. Boom. Look at that. It's like this was all meant to be now. We got a whole little park gathering together. Look at that. Now let's get a little extra design up in here. Yeah, that's a big ass tree. Overlapping items, I know. Okay, so we won't be able to do the big tree. Up here then. Give it some tall trees to go with the bridge. I know it was popping up blue there for a second. There it goes.
This is Cloud Lounge FM. With me,
Alright, I think it's time to change the radio station. I'm pretty sure it's repeating.
Day with temperatures a little low, so if you're
Yeah, let's listen to the news channel, guys. Sounds like a good plan. Okay, just fitting these in where I can now at this point. Okay. Just trying to spruce it up a little bit. Wish I could put these things closer together, but beggars can't be choosers. You know what they say? Okay, we're gonna count that good for trees. Let's see what we can do potted plant-wise. That's too perfect for this right here. Or not. It was gonna be a good idea. You think, even though it's a pathway, they'd let you put these there. Do a little decorational pathway. We'll call that good there. Really don't care for the look of these, but it's not like I have great options there. What else am I missing here? A makeshift tent? Oh, let's make a hobo live in the park under the bridge. Seems legit, right? Get a little homeless encampment going. Oh, gotta have that food cart. And, ooh, that's a pretty big fountain. Let's see, can I fit that anywhere in here? There we go. This is a small fountain. Metro sign. We'll use it as a sculpture. It'll come later. Bye. I feel sleepy, so it's so late here in India. Like it's almost morning. Well, appreciate you stopping by, buddy. Thank you. And if I'm not on, you can catch me on several times a week. I'm a variety streamer, so my games always rotate, but you're always welcome to stop in and chat. Just give it a brush of tree. I'll have to look at that. If there was a tree brush system to just kind of fill in the spots, that would be kind of dope. We'll get this other food stall up. Oh, and have a good night, buddy. I do appreciate it. Yeah, I definitely want these food stands as the attraction down here. Can't forget about the trash bins. And then let's see, you said there was a brush for a tree? At least on the first one. I don't think there is on this one. So here's the vegetation, trees and brushes to decorate the city. It might be a way to... That's a water level source. Vegetation, tool snapping, place multiple. Oh, place several items at once. There we go. So if I do this, let's do the birch trees. That's what you were talking about. Just brushing in the random trees where I could. There we go. Actually did fill it in quite nicely. Then we've got our little park stage performance going on here. Wish there was a way to actually... I can recolor. Honestly, yeah, the brushes make a hell of a difference. That's game changer is what that is. So I realize I can't actually... Allows placement of vegetation and props overlapping. Oh, so you can't actually place something and have them overlap. That's the Anarchy mod I downloaded. Okay. I think that's decent enough for a little park to start with. It's not perfect, but it's not nothing. And then what that does is that occupies that space there for the train station that we needed. Oh, you know what? Before I forget, I need to take these 4 down to 1. Let's do this. Railroad track. I'm wondering, maybe I should do it like this. Yeah, and then what if I do it like this? That's what I should have done on the other side, was do it just like that. Yeah, see, that's a lot better symmetrically. It's too late now. I've already committed. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I am just turning off my PC. I'll check you for your lives. Yeah, no worries, buddy. Appreciate you being honest. I appreciate you coming into the stream, man. I'll be around. I'm not going anywhere. My content and channel will be here, and I take notes and I take suggestions, and I enjoy interacting with my chats. So don't hesitate. If you see me live, you're more than welcome in here. If I didn't want anybody in here, I'd just kick them. But I'm not the type, so. But okay, that's ready now. We can actually use this to loop around. And then we can also tie in to take this across the bay towards the other side of things. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna branch it out this way. Or not, because it didn't like that bend. All right, let's change that. I realize this one's gonna have to get backtracked a little. Okay, so that one's ready there. Bless you. Yeah, that's too sharp apparently. Okay, and so that means that anything going this way can come in, or anything coming out can go that way. And also vice versa, in and out this way as well. And then I can take this. What if I loop this down into underground? There we go. Okay, so that can go back out and around that way. But I realize Okay, what if I get just did it again, didn't it? Yes, it did. It is so hard to get these angles right. It's better off coming backwards a little bit more. I should probably double check, make sure that connected all the way through. See, just like that. There we go. And let's do this again. Page down. Make sure the railroad track is complete all the way through. Okay, that's all the way complete. Let's see if we can get this to why must you be like this? Come on. Whoa, don't get carried away on me now. Almost there, but not quite. Let's go back down, reset this just a smidge. I knew that wasn't gonna work. It was too good to be true. Okay, that ain't gonna work either. Let's backtrack a smidge more. Okay, I think that worked. And that allows it to loop back into the system. Or leave the system and both sides. So now if I do this, yes. I do want to just confirm the track is connected all the way through. There we go. Alright, we're golden. They could connect that back to there, but there's really no point. So, let's get that up out of there. That's one way to stop the water from going in the tunnel, I guess. Alright, so we have the inner workings laid out here. my open train line, and then this train line goes to the edge of the map, right? Yeah, it should. Okay. I realized I've unpaused. Well, let's go ahead and get it to daylight. See things a little bit better. Check out this while it's all lit up. Apparently it's not, even though it's the illuminated bridge. Maybe it's only during certain times, huh? Okay. So now I need to get some infrastructure going. I've got the train system, the highways connected. There we go. Now we're in daylight. I'm gonna sell your turnips for 118. Huh? You can't even give me 2 minutes to respond. You put a question mark. Why would you do it and ask me? You should have just done it and told me. You put a question mark as a question. Yeah, but I think they were like 109 a pop. So selling it for 118, I'm not really making that much on them. I was hoping to save them until it was like 200, but I guess we'll experiment as we go now. Too late. She done sold my stuff. Oops. That's what I get for asking her to do it. Should have just done.
So you check the prices, that works.
That's valid. Yeah, that's not too big a deal. It's not like I'm broke. Alright, so if we've got this train system here, our other road system here, I kind of want to minimize what's actually connected to certain things. But I will go ahead and lengthen this road. Then we have that. And I think there's actually parking. It's a 4-lane road, so no, it does not have parking.
You are listening to Cloud Lounge FM, and I'm your host, Cantina Forrester. Today's topic is related to skyscrapers.
Just trying
One of our
to figure out how I
listeners,
want this
Gina,
layout to
she
look over
writes,
here
"What should I study in school
without
if I want to
causing too many
develop
traffic
skyscrapers?"
problems.
I did some research on the internet, and this is what I got. You should look for real estate development courses. There are some universities that offer this specifically, which is good, as there are some other business schools that offers real estate development classes but not the full course. Anyway, anything between engineering, architecture, and business, as long as you already
It's not the
have
greatest
basics in
design.
development, including
That'll work.
knowledge of the laws, the market where you'll be on, the product you
Okay,
want to
you
offer,
are
if
annoying.
there's
While
It
we're
is
in
not
the
gonna work.
business of reporting rumors,
Ugh.
there's a widespread concern over fears that an insidious underground
Alright.
criminal organization has
So that's at least
control
enough
of
to
the
get the
area.
city
Recent
started.
crime stats confirm that the crime wave has certainly gripped our region. And
And I
it's
think I
showing
will go
no
ahead and connect
signs
it
of
down
letting
here.
up.
I was trying to avoid it,
I don't
but
like the sound of that, Glenda.
We'll be back.
multiple routes may help traffic.
Looking like a wet one today. I'm gonna keep dry and stay inside. Local weather all day, every day.
Do some filler roads like this. I know there is some space here that could probably get utilized, but I'll probably use that for either bigger buildings or decorational spaces. And then that gives us a little strip of area here. And then we need to do power. What is going on here with this power? So power goes off. Map. Power here. Maybe I should make this the industrial area. I feel like when you come into San Francisco off of this bridge, you'd have your high rises and tall towers behind this, so like up in this area. So what if we branch around and do that around the back side like that? And then, yeah, we could definitely turn this into an industrial area. So much so, I say we do it like this. And let's carry this through. Did that actually connect? Yeah, it did. Okay. Interesting. So both lanes can technically turn there? That might be a problem. We'll have to keep an eye on that traffic pattern. Might have to redo this a little. But now we can use this as our industrial area. I do like doing the T-junctions because what this does is this actually separates the flow of traffic, because at these intersections they build up. So if you build up traffic here, it'll build it up here. But if everybody's taking a right here and going around, then these roads stay separated from those. So it kind of splits the traffic. It puts everybody going to the back around those and minimizes the traffic coming through here. But it's still a work in progress on the experimentation on that side of things. But I think that's at least a decent start. And then we'll carry this down this way, if it would let me. I don't want to go all the way to the water. There we go. Hopefully that puts in a four-way stop. Should help traffic a little bit there now. Just kind of wrap that around just a wee bit. There we go. Alright, now we're getting somewhere. And then I'll go ahead and actually do it this way. Good enough. Well, technically not, because I need this now. That's a little better. A little bit more gappy than I wanted, but now we can start our industrial process. Let's go here. Industrial zones. Oh. So apparently that is the natural water spots. That makes things complicated on this map. So we will do it like this. No, wait, how do I delete unzone? Or, no, I guess let's do this instead here. Then go back to industrial. See, now I'm seeing the markers I was mentioning earlier with the direction of wind and the water. I knew there was a way to do it, I just forgot. Alright, I'm going to try to avoid putting industrial in the watered areas. And I guess we can just put businesses there. Low density waterfront businesses. Gotta have those on the waterfront. And then high density businesses. Let's throw up some office zones as well while we're at it. And then all right, specialized industry we're not going to do right now. And I think we can even do this as some residential. Let's do some high density. Okay, so we do the high density this way, kind of spread it out a little bit. Then let's do some low rent housing. What about doing that like there, I guess. Not sure what the mixed housing is, but we're gonna throw some of those in there. Okay, so we've got our zones set up for now. And now we need power and water. So wait, double circuit, 3-phase, lattice steel, T-line with ceramic porcelain suspension insulators. Wait, this is transmission, T transmission, V. Oh, so I need. Okay, so that's not the right thing then. But okay, so we've replaced that with, I think it's this one. Maybe it's not. Wait, so what is this? This is the lattice steel angle transmission. Placed on existing double circuit line where you need an angled tower. Not really. Okay. So that would change the direction, essentially. So if that's the case, let me do this and find out what these are. No, that doesn't seem right. Okay, so I am actually royally confused now. I definitely need to understand the power system a little bit more, because something is definitely different here. So that might be the underground. Oh, is it because I am underground? No. Okay, so that's actually replacing it with a substation. And then that converts high voltage transmission, low voltage distribution. Features one 15 kilovolt pass-through bay, 2 transformers, and 2 distribution buses. Large substation that converts the transmission to that. Contains 2 double circuit 345 kV bays. So this is definitely the bigger one. Yeah.
Good morning, good day, or good evening.
So I noticed that it's connecting there, but what if I do
This is your
this?
host, Cantina Forrester, and you're listening to Cloud Lounge FM. I had a great call from one of our listeners this morning. His name was Joe, and he asked me if I ever reflect on the fact that Cloud Lounge FM is probably the only radio network in the world that broadcasts above cloud level. No, I haven't reflected on that. But give me another song and I'll be back with my reflections in this
So let's do it that
delicate
way.
subject. Here's another song.
Okay. So now if I do this and create a power plant, that's coal power, gas power, geothermal, solar, nuclear, and hydro. I totally forgot how big this thing was. This might be a problem. Okay, and then what if I do... Which one is this? Yes, that's the underground one, right? Okay, so that connected. I honestly don't know how this is supposed to connect, so I'm just going to be guessing here. Alright, so my entire electrical grid is circulating through my high voltage substation. And if I take the low voltage now, oh wait, no, that actually should be all I need now. That should be... What's going on here? What do you mean there's no pedestrian path connected? Is it because there's... I don't know why it's saying it needs one, but... I'm honestly so confused why that's saying it, So what if we do it like here? No. Alright. What about now? This game is so odd sometimes. I don't understand its logic. Oh. It's saying it's recommending a pedestrian path, but I'm literally... This is where I need Buddy's help. Buddy was using the invisible paths. Not that I would know who'd want to walk around a power plant, especially when it's this freaking noisy, but... I guess this is just too steep, huh? I'm so confused what you want from me right now, dude. Alright. Well, I've got the pathway going up. I'm gonna tie it in. Is it too much to ask for it to... I'm missing something here. Let me see. So that's a tunnel. That's elevated. That's ground. So how do I place through things? Add or remove, transform, lock, or anarchy components using a tool with radius versus legal selection. Disables error checks and opens a panel for controlling error checks. hate to backtrack, but sometimes rather than spending an hour making something work, you can spend 20 minutes and just fix it. Okay, that's all fixed now. I don't know why you elevated like that, but okay. And then I think we should level this is what we should do. Do the terrain tool. And let's do the level. I don't remember exactly how big it was, but I know it was like roughly that size. Let's do faster brush strength. Okay, that should fix that. And then let's go ahead and soften that actually and make these look a little more natural. Okay. Figure we'll try to offset it just a little from the main road. Now let's go back. Let's do. No, I need nuclear, not coal. Yeah, we were close in guessing the right size. And then let's do.
Hello, fellow listeners. This is your host, Cantina Forrester, and you're listening to.
No, that's not what I wanted to do.
FM. Have you ever thought about the fact that time travels faster up here? No? Well, it does. I'm honest. Here's another song for you. Don't touch that dial.
Wait, so this is the angled one. That's not the right one. I need the inputs high and low. Okay. So is this the one I was doing already? Yes. I think that worked, except for this thing glitching. I don't understand why that one's acting different. They are different. Okay, wait a second. Highly confused. It's okay. I will just fix it and make it easier to understand. So wait, I need whatever 3-prong one this is. So go here. I think it was these. Matter of fact, it was. There we go. And then what's this saying? So this needs more connection here. I'm actually confused. Is that, oh, that's what it needs. That should transfer the low and high, but just in case, I'm going to connect that over to the... Actually, it should connect automatically, no? I think that would snap somewhere there, but... What is this again? This is the high voltage transmission. Wait, 30 kV to 115 kV. Okay, so this is my high end power, and then it produces the low end on this side. Okay, we can make that work as long as everything is getting power, which not enough electricity, not enough water, and not enough sewer. Hopefully that's enough to fix the power issue. I'm gonna play it while we work on water now. Extracts water from a lake or river. And I'm probably gonna want to come all the way up here away from pollution. And then connect all of these. Alright, let's go ahead and grab that again. All the way over with it. And we can tie it in here. Okay, so we got water going now. And now we need sewer. Where do we want our sewage to go? Probably down here. That's a water treatment, advanced water pumping, groundwater pumping. Doesn't seem like I have much of a choice here, unfortunately. So, sewage outlet it is. And it would appear... Can't really tell where those arrows are pointing. They're kind of all over the place. So we'll just put them like right here under the bridge where nobody's paying attention, right? Seems like a good plan. Then we just gotta connect all of these. And then we'll bring that up here to the corner there. I always do double points just to kind of assist with things. And then on the water, electricity, and sewer, backed up sewer. Is it even working? It's working now. Partially. There we go. We don't care if we filthy up this part of the bay. We only care about the Golden Gate side, right? Oh, you know what? It would help if I put power lines. I actually don't know, what does that take? Water output, noise pollution, required water surface. Doesn't actually specify what power it needs. So we're gonna have to go all the way over there. Into the corner and find out what power is. What are we overlapping? Alright, let's get that all the way over here under the map. This way we don't have to deal with it. There we go. That should be giving us water now. Just gonna go double check, make sure these get their warning things shut off. Water treatment plant.
Hi there. You're listening to Cloud Lounge FM with me, Cantina Forrester. As you know, I'm coming at you from Cloud Lounge FM studio, 25 stores up in the Golden Ridge building. This morning, when I was in the elevator on my way up here, I noticed a funny plate. Did you know that skyscraper comes from the combination of the word sky and the word scraper? The word scraper dates back to the Old Norse word skrapa, which means to erase. Today, it means to use a tool to apply pressure to something. A skyscraper essentially erases sky by sticking out and blocking it. Here's another sum for you.
A housing shortage is driving up prices in the area.
That's right, Glenda. But apparently that's not all good news.
So water.
By an expert guest Professor Nutbutter.
Welcome, Professor. So, a
Water
housing
treatment
shortage
plants.
is bad for the people trying to move here, right?
Right, right.
Interesting
Rip.
news from the city's export
Rip.
division.
F in the chat.
Sources tell
Okay,
us
not
that
enough
our
electricity. This
city
building
has
is not
more
receiving enough
space than we know what
electricity.
to do with.
And you know what that means, folks. It means we're not cutting things close enough.
Well,
And what
the
about...
point is we're selling it and bringing money into local
That's right.
economy.
You could almost say it's too much of a good thing.
Or
Little
we
low
could say that
voltage.
we're enjoying a positive trade balance and the economy is booming. More after this.
We're
after
expecting
this.
unseasonably high temperatures across the region today. It's quite a heat wave out there. Moms, make sure the kids don't stay out in the sun too long. Don't forget the sunscreen, folks. And remember to stay hydrated. It's gonna be a hot one. Sure am glad the station has AC.
Why would you go down there and do that then, bro? What else is not connected here? What if I just delete that one? And then do the power again? I'm not sure what's going on here. There we go. Said it's not connected, but is it this one below it maybe? Okay, so that's just being dumb is what that's doing. Alright, I think that's all connected now. Oh, but wait. Why is this not connected now? Did I delete the wrong thing? I'm so confused. I am so confused as what this thing is doing. Alright, I think I figured that out. Okay. So we've gotten this all set up. We've got the power and water treatment going on. Okay, there's Golden Gate. Let's head back to the city here. Apparently that's not part of the system. That should fix that. Is there a power source here that needs to be connected? That should fix that. There we go. What do we got here? Traffic jam. Why are we traffic jamming? Which we knew was going to happen here as well. I almost want to fix this and make this rounded out. Watch me make a royally big mistake here. And then do this so it replaces. Let's see if that worked. Well, I need to get some other things placed, but we're at least starting. And look at that. Okay, so I need to get some stuff going here. Let's do crematoriums. On each side, I guess. Then let's get some hospitals. Where do we want the hospital? Wherever it'll fit. Alright, well that seemed to have been all we really needed. And then let's do police. We'll throw in a police helicopter and a police headquarters. Administration. Why not throw in a welfare office? Because you never know. And we'll do the city bank up here. And then, what does that mean? Yeah, what's up? Thank you for the follow. I do appreciate you guys showing up and chatting, or just lurking. To each their own. If that's what you enjoy, I am not shaming. Anybody and all are welcome, and we're just here to have a good time. So let's go ahead and get some fire and EMS going. Obviously need the firefighting depot for the helicopter. No, I do appreciate that, thank you. And I'm also briefly here gonna do this. I do giveaways as well. We've got one coming up soon, so if you guys want to join the Discord, make sure that you can be eligible to win those. There's the link for my Discord. There is a cooldown timer because it is a community server, so please keep that in mind. As soon as you join, you will not be able to type or send anything right away, but you should be able to click and view your roles and everything independently as well. Personally, I'm not sure how I'm gonna fit this in here, but we're just gonna override something, I guess. Oh no, I don't like that. Whatever mod that was, it was not happy with it. Okay, so we've got that all squared away now. I think maybe throw up another police station just in case. Put that near the nuclear power plant. And now, besides education, I believe we're approaching the start of our San Francisco city. Let's see here. Where's my education tab? Okay. Let's get a college, community college up in here. I don't know what that is. Let's get a technical university. A monstrosity of the size of this building.
Now entering thick digital games. Prepare for sensory overload.
Prepare for sensory overload.
Are you a man or a mountain? Digital!
So I'll get an elementary school up in here, and let's get a high school up in here somewhere.
Then come on down to Thick Digital and we'll hook you up to adrenaline overdrive. You won't be able to take much more of this, sir. Then hit them with everything we've got. Digital!
What is this at?
It's all out war.
It's all out war. Okay, there we go. So we're getting a little bit of every school going. We'll throw a small elementary school just because.
Oh, sure, I've been here before.
Oh, been here before.
was here last Tuesday.
Oh, crash.
Toaster works fine. If you
Do not know what this.
Sheep and random.
What is that thing? What is that thing? What is that thing?
That is
Oh my
a
God.
frog nut extractor.
Sheep and random. You never know what you're gonna get, and you never will unless you come find out.
From 25 stores up, here's Cantina Forrester, and you are listening to Cloud Lounge FM.
Cloud
Today's
Lounge.
news, the region's birth rate figures
Sounds
have
like
just
Klaus
come
from
out.
American Dad.
That's right. If the birth rate continues to drop, we'll be looking at downsizing the city for the next generation.
What else would we have
And
an
that
issue
will
with
affect
here?
everything from business and employment to city services.
That's right, Jim. We'll be back after this.
We've recently been having what some are calling the worst kind of luck there is. That's right. Today we are talking
Gonna help
about the
fix traffic just a schmidge.
die.
That's not exactly what an increased death rate measures.
Either way, if everybody is dying, that gives me the creeps.
That's a wild overstatement. Are you trying to make people panic?
Did you say panic?
So it would appear that everybody is
Death
still
rate
trying to
skyrocketing. We
turn.
gotta get out of here.
You go, I'll stay and clear up the mess. We'll be back after this.
We're expecting unseasonably high temperatures across the region today. It's quite a heat wave out there. Moms, make sure the kids don't stay out.
Trying
in the
to
sun too
help.
long.
Looks like taxis are working overtime in the city,
Remember
which
to
also
stay
isn't
hydrated.
helping.
It's gonna be a hot one. Sure am glad the station has AC.
And this is what I was mentioning earlier. This is why I prefer to do one-lane roads. I wanna know. I don't know what I lost when I refixed the road there, but I almost want to cheat this just a smidge. Let's do a one-lane medium road. Oh wait, I see what's going on here. Go back to the road. Let's do tunnel. Feel like that's glitching, but it's hard to tell. It's so complex for no reason. Alright, let's do this. Page up. I don't understand why it does that. Interesting architecture, to say the least there. Yeah, I don't know what the terrain is trying to render in there, but it's cooked. Don't know what this game is doing sometimes. Just trying to make it work, but I still don't understand how that decided to do that, but at least one side's open. People can drive around it. I don't care. Hoping that helps the traffic over here now. Or maybe not. Only one way to find out. I don't think anybody's taking it, but maybe it's because it has to back up to it first. And if I am... Alright. I'm not sure what I can do outside of that. I mean, I literally routed that around to help. But it seems as though everybody's committed to coming here and turning left. I'm not sure. Well, it would appear as though everybody actually here is waiting to turn right anyways. So what if we just merge like that? That's starting to help a little bit. Let's see where everybody here is going, because might have to do the same trick on this side. It does appear that they are all trying to get on the freeway, so I guess in theory I could also do it like this. No, let's fix that first. That should help a little. Lanes going one way and 3 in the other works well, especially for turning lanes at an intersection. I don't know why they're all swerving so hard like that. You guys need to hurry up. I think you're causing a traffic jam. Get rid of those last two. Here's the Bugatti. No Chiron. Chiron. Okay, let's see if that helped. Apparently there was an accident here and this guy got turned around. Dude, will you make up your freaking mind? What are you doing? Okay, that might have helped. That might have been the solution I needed all along. But it limits people here only for left-hand turns, whereas these people can kind of stretch out a little bit. Okay. Now what about over here? What's the deal? So it seems like turning left here is a problem.
The best in men's clothing, Cochache threads. We have all the finest silk and many other, whatever you desire.
Whatever you desire.
And show you everything.
I really don't understand the game's rendering logic here.
And you will love the thread we spoke about. Cochache threads. You never had better.
cheap and random.
Oh, we love the cheap and random flea market. We came here with the grandkids, and we'll stay
Cheap and random.
Oh, sure.
I was hoping that would fix that.
I was here last Tuesday.
Cheap and random.
Toaster works.
The ambulance just going through everybody.
Cheap and random.
What is that thing?
That is a frog distraction.
Cheap and random. You never know what you're
Okay, I'm gonna
never will.
have to figure something else out here now, I think.
Hi there, this is Cantina Forrester, and you're listening to Cloud Lounge FM.
We've recently been having what some are calling the worst kind of luck there is. That's right. Today we are talking about the increased likelihood that you'll die.
That's not exactly what an increased death rate measures.
Either way, if everybody is dying, that gives me the creep.
Now, that's a wild overstatement. Are you trying to make people panic?
Hey, did you say panic? She said panic. The death rate is skyrocketing. We've got to get out of here.
You go, I'll stay and clear up the mess. We'll be back after this.
This just in from traffic. If you're thinking about hitting the streets, you can expect delays on the major roads, especially during rush hour.
Good to know, Jim. Seems like everyone is in a hurry to get somewhere fast. It's worth slowing down. And if you can, plan your trip outside the village.
Oh, I don't know. I'd rather wait an hour in traffic than to have to start thinking about everything all the time. Besides, if I did that, I'd never get anywhere.
Looking like a wet one today. I'm gonna keep dry and stay.
Commentary is funny, but slightly annoying. What if we come around here, loop you into this? I'll try to clear out some of that traffic. See, that bridge worked. See, that actually looks cool. I like that. They're all complaining about internet time. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna have to set up the bot here after my stream. Y'all are just coming into Twitch just to reference your stream boo. Like, I'm not a stream bot viewer. Not how that works for me. Sorry, not interested. I prefer people who come in and actually chat. Okay, so that kind of helped over here. Splitting up that traffic a little bit like that. Doom 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 doom. Doom 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 doom. Doom 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 doom. What if I do it from here now to tunnel? Then we come over here. And come up. And do the road. Do 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 do. I don't think that actually worked like I wanted it to. That's okay. I definitely think on the next time around, I'm gonna have to start with purely better road management. So I definitely think that's my biggest struggle. I can make most things work, but at the end of the day, the roads are really what hold me up. And like, there's only some. Is that a taxi pulling a camper trailer? Okay, it's not a taxi, but literally got a Challenger pulling an RV trailer. That's hilarious. See, like that makes sense. An SUV pulling a little trailer with boxes, but that, I don't know about all that. Alright, well, what's in need right now? Build demand, unoccupied buildings, unoccupied buildings. So we need low density. So it seems as though the problem I was having before was too many one-way intersections coming in. But then you have problems like this where you put them too close together and then they just stack up repetitively. So what if we do this? Kind of free it up a little bit. And then let's get rid of this one. That way that clears up that intersection a little, hopefully. And honestly, maybe I should clean this one up a little bit, take that over there instead. Oh no, we messed that one up. It did it again, no. Now do the right tool. Thank you. It's significantly slowed at this point in the road network. That's because traffic's jamming up on the other side, I guess. Bro, fix yourself. Thank you. Honestly, I have no clue. I'll tell you what though, I am starting to get a little hungry. My fiance is not here to agree with me. I dig the bank though. The bank is a very well graphicked building compared to some of the others. I dig that though. That's pretty dope. Oh, and you got people that walk around it too? Was that a field trip or just a large family? Oh look, a dog!
Huh?
Simon's a pet, a friend's family. Oh, the Fields family. And they haven't done anything but a wretched household income. Why are you leaving the city? Follow? Interesting. Look at this city, guys. It's a growing. We got a problem over here, apparently. Brutal. Okay, so that's still people turning in. Love that Camaro muscle car. Slightly Firebird-y. That one's definitely Camaro. It's gotta be. Honestly, let's get rid of this. And then let's reconnect it over here instead. And thus helping that, maybe. Honestly, I almost feel like I should just do this. Since traffic's already jamming up anyways. Let's see if that helps the traffic here any.
For the best in men's clothing, crochet threads. We have all the finest silk and many
All the finest silk.
whatever you desire. We will lay out.
What is this radio station, man?
Now entering thick digital games. Prepare for sensory overload.
You want it thick.
About to have to go put on my own music for everybody. How you doing? Hungry? Well. Yeah, I've been on stream for 2.5 hours, so I can end it here in the next half hour if we want to eat soon. It is also almost 6. So. Okay. No rush. Just wanted the gameplay with it. Okay. City's progressing and slowly building. I think we need some more residential area. So what if we... I don't want to affect traffic too much. So what if we do this? And then these, yeah. Just to kind of help with the flow a bit. And then we can do a new road. Let's do a tunnel again. And then and then page up. normal. There. Alright, now what if we do zoning? Residential. Let's do single families right here. Keep traffic minimum. And then low density housing. Let's do some low rent housing as well. And let's do some high density up in here just to kind of help. Let's put a single family right there on the cul-de-sac like that. Yeah. We'll do a couple more over here. And we need some more low density. The high density down here in the cul-de-sac as well. I don't know what the mixed housing is, but we'll throw some of that in there. And some medium densities. Okay, that should help with the zoning. Let's check medical, law enforcement, and fire. Education is definitely needed out here. Got a little bit of everything out here. Let's do a medical university out here as well. Okay. Let's kind of let it cook a little bit. See what we end up with. Get the view with the Golden Gate in the background while the city builds up. Yeah, what's up, Josh? Appreciate you stopping in, homie. Messing around on San Francisco. I'm gonna have to do like a pier down here and put your sourdough bread place down here. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, we've got the bridge coming up under the freeway. That's the only way in here so far, and that's from right here. What's going on with the traffic here? Everybody's trying to turn left. What if I do this? Let's match this road and then bring it do it like that. See if that helps the traffic flow a little bit. Everybody's still trying to turn left there. Let's clearing it out a little bit, but nobody's really using that road, surprisingly. What's the biggest road I can get? 5-lane? Unfortunately, yes, I think that's the biggest I can. Oh, wait, there's a 7-lane one direction. 4-lane split. 8-lane, which will be 4 lanes on each again. That's only got 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's got 4. I think it's mostly just because everybody's moving in. That may slow down once demand slows down. But let's go ahead and mirror this. Because if I can do this, this could help theoretically as well. Let's do a tunnel. Push down. That was not what I needed there. I don't understand this garbage. I feel like I still need to delete that and start it over. Let's do the road. Let's do this. Nope, that ain't working either. Whatever, I'm just gonna make that work. And then come back up over here. Okay, not the prettiest, but that'll work. And then that comes up over here. Boom, there we go. You think that would help? Well, it's definitely clearing out just a smidge. Where's everybody here going? Most are flowing straight through. They're all going left to go down there, which I don't know why they're choosing that path. I wish I could. Actually, I think I have that mod. I might have to mess with that. I think I can choose their main sense of pathways. Upgraded those roads so they can at least hold more traffic. And we need to do the same here. People have been dying more than usual. The reason might be increased in road accidents. I don't know what you're talking about. My roads are just fine. I didn't do nothing. Alright. That's a bit chaotic, surprisingly. Well, looks like I need to upgrade for the rest of the way through.
Cochache threads. We have all the finest silk and many other. Whatever.
What is with you guys?
Cheap and random.
Oh, we love the cheap and random flea market. We came here with the grandkids and we'll stay.
Cheap and random.
Looks as though we're running out of water.
I've been here before. Matter of fact, I was here last Tuesday.
Cheap and random.
Toaster works fine if you flip the bread.
Cheap and random.
What is that thing? What is that thing?
What is that thing?
That is
Oh
a
my God.
frog nut.
I feel like I'm listening to GTA radio.
Cheap and
The
random.
crap
That
is
beat
this?
worked for me. Let's make it a deuce.
This just in from traffic. If you're thinking about hitting the streets, you can expect delays on the major roads, especially during rush hour.
Good to know, Jim. Seems like everyone is in a hurry to get somewhere fast. It's worth slowing down. And if you can, plan your trip outside the rush.
Oh,
Outside the
I'd rather wait
rush.
an hour in traffic than to have to start thinking about everything all the time. Besides, if I did that, I'd never get anywhere. This just in from traffic. If you're thinking about hitting the streets, you can expect delays on the major roads, especially during rush hour.
Good to know, Jim. Seems like everyone is in a hurry to get somewhere fast. It's worth slowing down. And if you can, plan your trip outside the rush.
Oh, I don't know. I'd rather wait an hour in traffic than to have to start thinking about everything all the time. Besides, if I did that, I'd never get anywhere.
We're expecting unseasonably high temperatures across the region today. It's quite a heat wave out there. Moms, make sure the kids don't stay out.
I was gonna say it's a green light. I don't know why they're all slowing down.
And remember to stay hydrated. It's gonna be a hot one. Sure am glad the station has AC.
That should help a little bit once they sort it out. I mean, there's nothing I can do about that traffic jam. I mean, it's keeping up with it, but... Hey, thank you for the sub, man. Appreciate it. That's almost a jump scare every time somebody does that. I forget I have music to it. Yeah, I appreciate you guys following and subscribing. It means the world to me. I'm still growing, but still gonna be here all the same. So if you guys like the content, it's a good way to show the support. I appreciate it. Thank you. Together we'll get somewhere. I think it's funny that I put this Band-Aid slot here in the road and it's hardly even getting used. But that's okay. Wish there was a way to like edit this road pillar right here. I don't want to have to redo it, but actually, what if I do the upgrade? So go here, do the large 4 lanes. I'm gonna upgrade it that way. That's quite a bit of traffic coming through there. Are people turning left from this? This shouldn't be. think I almost want to get rid of this. Hey, Scorpio. Appreciate you finding the channel, man. Thank you. I'm assuming that was you popping in with the follows. Appreciate it, homie. Trying to figure out a way to fix this traffic jam. I think this is pretty much the only real spot in the city so far that's having an issue. I've upgraded the roads so the traffics are full. And then the only thing I can think now is to get rid of some of the interchange stuff here. It's always these motherfuckers causing accidents. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Thank you for the follow. That one actually played a different sound this time. That's cool. Yeah, they don't need this one because they can all get on it from there. That might help a little bit. Next thing would be to fix this intersection here, but I was hoping this would help a little, but doesn't seem like it is. And then if you're ready to play some Ark soon, Scorpio, I got you. I'm just kind of letting the city cook itself a little bit, get built up. What's going on over here? What are these? Not enough customers. Are these even getting built? They are. Okay. We definitely have things getting built. Switch that over to high density, see if that helps. What do we got for single family? Damn, that must really be in demand apparently. They instantly started building. Okay, let's get that going then. What else is next? Medium density. Alright, now we're starting to get somewhere where the city can start taking shape. I forgot where that tunnel is coming from. I think it's this one right here. That might have been more problematic than it was worth, but we'll find out. I think people are starting to find the detour paths, luckily. Definitely want to check out the... Oh, you gifted a sub. Thank you so much, Scorpio. I appreciate it. And Star, of course, you got it. The most awesome person in the Twitch outside of the Scorpio now. Thank you so much, guys. That worked out. Oh, and Star, by the way, I plan on reaching out to play some Faz here in the next couple days. I've luckily had 3 or 4 streams since my last Faz, so it's about time to get that in. Have you checked out the new Diner yet, by the way? Or not Diner, I'm sorry. The new Tanglewood remake? She said, I don't know about that. Well, yeah, I'm down. That's what's up. Yeah, I want to... You got the badge, too? Man, I'm definitely slacking. I feel like I'm always late to the Faz thing, and it's like everybody else grabs them, and I've got to have to beg somebody to show me how to do them. I didn't even know they added the new one. That's what's up, though. Yes, you're still trying to see where everything is. Okay, at least yeah, I got somebody who's figuring out where the cursed objects are. That'll make a difference. But yeah, I definitely need to get up in there. Just got the non-animated badge. Okay. Wait, so they have an animated one too? Is that what that means? Housing, level 2 out of 5. Okay. Gotta watch the 2-hour streams for people who have drops in it. Ah, okay. That was only redeemable last week. Damn, I didn't know that. Now I definitely wish I was playing it. I have Twitch drops enabled, so all I've got to do is just play it and make sure the category's on, but that's brutal. I literally was saying that at the same time. I was like, you know, maybe I should just double check, make sure there was none. And of course there was. I missed it. They're saying there's not enough electricity and power and whatnot here. Is it because y'all aren't connected to the road? Oh, what's actually going on down here? Forgot how to delete a zone. I don't even know why you're zoning so hard over here, man. I copy that. Fine, if you're gonna be like that, I guess. And this reminds me of old Sim City. It kind of is. It's City Skylines, which is basically Sim City. It's just the newer one is definitely better than the old one. I had to remaster. That's why I got into it. And what's the name of this game? Yeah, it's City Skylines 2. Let me pull this up so you guys can see it. This is the Steam page for it, and you said, yeah, it's same, but it was my first badge or like that. That's what's up, though. Okay, okay. Yeah, this is the game, and it is a mod nightmare. I can show you guys this. I was working on a port for, obviously, like for Navy and Air. It was, what did I call this? This was I called it Fort something, but I'm working on the aircraft for the Air Force side. I had the Navy working on one side, and I was going to start putting military and bases and things up, but it was a work in progress, but I wanted to do something different today. That's what I was working on originally. And then I found out I had a San Francisco map. So, for any of you guys who know Cali, I got the Bay Area. I love that the boats actually go underneath it, too. Alright, you know what? This audio is fired. If I wanted to listen to radio from GTA, I'd be playing GTA. But now I'm working on getting the city up and going. It's getting somewhere. I need more high-rises, unfortunately, but they take time to build and kind of show up. But if you've ever been to San Francisco, I was not planning on streaming it now, Scorpio. I was just gonna end up playing a few rounds with you if you wanted. I know I told you I would. I was trying to avoid Ark. I know I talked to Star about this previously. As a variety streamer, I try to make sure I'm not playing the same game multiple times in a row on stream. So Ark I've played and Faz I've played within my last 3 or 4 streams. So I was trying to avoid it. So I did City Skylines today, and I'll probably do farming sim on my stream next as well. That way I've kind of broken up the monotony. Then I can go back and do Faz and Ark a couple of times on stream. But I plan on ending the stream here soon, and at which point then I can jump on Ark with you, buddy. So if you're ready, we can switch over. My stream has hit its 3-hour mark. I try to stream somewhere between 2 and 4 hours, 2 to 3 times a week. For those who are lurking in here, those are the schedules time frames. It could be Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. It could be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It could be Monday, Friday, and Sunday for random times of the week. But I do try to make sure I am available to stream 3 times a week, depending on my work schedule. So I also have to work on video content, and that's another thing I'm slacking on. I have a Borderlands video that I've spent hours and hours editing, and I'm still not finally done with it, but I'm close. So hopefully within the next couple days I'll have another video. And Scorpio, I know you know about Star Citizen. I did the Valacar event with Kabutops months ago, and I finally got that video up as well. But I've had some technological difficulties, and while, like, for example, I have a piano and I still haven't even got to use that because of plugin issues and using a program. Then it was mods with all my games. Then my system crashed on me during one of my biggest streams. Then I had to go through and finalize all my OBS. It has just been a complete nightmare. So my schedule has been kind of all over the place. But I'm still here. Star shit is in. Yeah, see, you know. So that's where I was like, I had to stop with that because I have the joysticks and everything for them, but one thing after another. And then of course, they only give you so many USB slots on your computer, no matter what computer you've got. They've got the standard 5 to 6. And then you go and get the adapter. I've got a plug-in powered USB adapter. And my wheel is the only thing that works through it. My joysticks, my gear shifters, and other peripherals, they require to be plugged directly into the PC, not the external. So it's just kind of one of those things that it has just been one long-ass learning curve trying to figure out what equipment to use, what programs and softwares to use, how to set them up correctly, then delete some of them and start them all over again. And, like, obviously I've got like these going on. That took forever to set up, and then figured out how to link that to my shorts page. And I've got some like this. Oh, I don't know what happened to that one. There should be a chat box and everything on that one. Is my full screen working? Okay, the full screen one's working. And that's not even counting any of the issues you come up with in between all of that. Stuff lagging, stuff randomly disconnecting, internet going out. Had that happen the other day. Internet going out is the worst when you're midstream. It's like you go and start up. Every time I've had my internet crash, like 2 or 3 different streams, I get like no views when I start back up. So it's just kind of one of those, yeah, I'll call it when the stream crashes at this point. But I'm here, I'm trying, and I've got content for you guys. It's just a matter of when and how. Then I can actually pull this up in here, can I? So just for those who want to know, I do have Anarchy, Better Bulldozer. Some of these are all the mods I've downloaded to use. And some of them have issues and hotkey binding issues where they overlap with each other. And then I've literally spent days going and disabling every single mod and re-enabling them to find out which ones were the problem and deleting them to finally get this game to run. So that's why I was ready to play it again. Oh, and then Farm Sim, same thing. Had tons of mod issues, spent time. I finally loaded in and it's working. So I have my Farm Sim RP series coming up soon where I'll be voice acting and doing all of the bits and jokes and everything myself. But I've got to start filming that, which means my map creation is going to be on stream, and then after that, everything I do inside of that has to be recorded off stream. That way there's no spoilers. What is up there? Is that a blimp? No, it's an arrow. Interesting. Oh, that must be for the road. Bushbury, an outside connection point for creating passenger airplane lines and cargo airplane routes. Okay. You know, that's what I'm missing. Airport. Let's do it this old-fashioned way. We can do a SpaceX Center. And the International Airport. The airport in San Francisco isn't in San Fran, right? It's like off to the side somewhere, like over here. Not that you guys might know if you guys haven't been to Cali. I don't want to look it up. So I'm not trying to make it completely accurate, but I do want it to have some of the same aesthetics from point of views. So like I know I've got to have some towers and stuff right here. I'm pretty sure the airport's more like over here. But I can also... I should probably put it on the high ground anyways. Tell me a road required. But you don't over here. Why is that? Why? And then connect it like that. Not. Guess we're gonna have to do it the hard way. Grr. That bugs. That's a little better. Or is it? Coolridge Street. Alright, now we got our airport. Should probably take down some of that hill though before plane crashes. At least make it a little easier for them to fly in and out right there. Didn't need a giant hole though. Do something like this. And then I can soften that out more. Let's change brush size. We gotta do the same thing over here now. Brush strength. Am I doing the right thing? I am not, that's why. Might as well just clear this out just a little bit more. There we go. That seems a little more realistic now. Let's soften that out. Give it a more natural edge. There we go. Now I could probably build something there to help blend the airport scenery there. Maybe do some tall buildings or something back here. Like right in the middle. Obviously not right there. It defeats the whole point of clearing out the hill. But we do have our airport now. Just don't like the way that's so sharp-edged. There we go. That's better. Yeah, look at that pretty sunset. Where's the Bay Bridge? Come here. Yeah, I get that pretty sunset with the Bay Bridge. There we go. Wait, can I print the screen? Yeah. Boom. There we go. Got our picture for the next time we get on here. All right. We're sitting at 66, 76, 80, 80-ish views. Not too bad of a stream today. All right. I am going to go ahead and call it so I can hop off of this game and go get some Arc Raiders in before it gets too late tonight. Let's go ahead and try doing this, actually. Let's do this and save game. Bridge a ton. San Fran. Don't know if anybody caught that reference there. Not Bridge or ton, Bridge a ton. It's a Bay Area reference and a movie reference. But okay, let's go over here. If I do full screen, do it like this. Here we go. Okay. Thank you so much for each and every one of you guys who have tuned in to chat, hang out, and watch us play. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. It means the world that you guys are here showing some support. Don't forget to join my Discord if you have not already. That's how we're eligible to do the giveaways. Also, Star, if you'll reach out to me on Discord, I want to make sure I see that you've been chatting now, so I assume it's working. I might have figured out the loophole, but I believe there is a safety timer for when people join my community server before they can type or interact and get their roles. So, aside from that, I want to press play here. Thank you again, each and every one of you guys. I know it's just a subscription, a follow, or even the gifted sub from Scorpio. I appreciate that, man. That means the world to me. You guys are awesome. And just remember that if I can sit here and do this, that means anyone else can. That's why, if I can do it, anyone can. This will be Hunter, out.